Good morning, March 21st, 2016. Petra here, handing you your DGI brief. Here are my top 5 stories from around the globe, starting with the environment. The United Nations Weather Agency warns that higher temperatures around the globe are the new normal. It pleads that countries do not become complacent after the Paris Climate Agreement, and that they continue changing their behavior. Indeed. Russia. Today, Russian court begins delivering a 23-year sentence in the case of Ukrainian pilot Nadezhda Shevchenko, charged with killing of 2 Russian journalists and a number of civilians, a charge she vehemently denies. Ukraine insists that she is a prisoner of war and should thus be released under the current truce. Russia does not see it that way. I can feel the tension between these two countries growing, and frankly, I'm concerned for the ceasefire with this case. Cuba. Today, US President Obama holds a historic meeting with the Cuban President Raul Castro, the first such meeting between the two countries since 1959. Also arriving on the island are a number of American businesses, most notably Western Union and AirB&B. Very smart to tap this vast Cuban tourism market. Yemen. Yemeni Shiite rebels known as the Houthis agreed on a ceasefire with the government yesterday to hold until the next round of peace talks that resume in April. It is a great sign of good intentions. Let's hope both sides stick to it this time. The European refugee crisis. Despite the international agreement between the European Union and Turkey aimed to curb the flow of migrants, last weekend saw a steady arrival of thousands of migrants to Greece. Also steady was finding the bodies of those drowned along the dangerous route crossing the Aegean Sea. I understand that the ink has barely dried on this agreement and that it is a race to implement all the logistics of the deal. For example, the exact process for deportation of migrants back to Turkey is still to be worked out. But all I'm hearing is what's being done on the European side. My question is, what's being done in Turkey, especially along the coast, before people board these dinky boats? How is Turkey monitoring its coasts, its beaches, the towns and cities on the sea? I feel Turkey can do much more in this regard. I also believe what is needed is a massive, serious public information campaign to let the migrants know the basics of this deal, its effects on them, and the consequences. And not just that they'll be deported if they enter Europe illegally, but I'm talking about information of where to seek help, where to register, what are the next steps for them. The international community in Turkey can do this by setting up hotlines and distributing leaflets in Arabic, Pashto, and Dari. In my experience with displacement, one of the biggest obstacles was always misinformation. When people don't know what's available to them, then the only option they have is to base their decisions on rumors and anecdotes. It is not difficult or even expensive to run such a public information campaign, and I believe the success of this European migrant deal depends on it. What are your thoughts on this? Please let me know in the comments below. And that concludes my top 5. Now, let's get out there and make it a good day. And remember, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.